Who gonna stop me, boo? Exactly. Pay attention to me when I say this. There are too many opportunities for you to succeed for you to fail. That's it. What's good, y'all? Welcome to my channel.
Life move fast and you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you do what you want.
I'm Nyre, and this is Nyre Shenanigans, where we just shenanigan some more. It's just gonna be a lot of conversation. I like to talk, so I decided to create a platform where I can just do that, talk freely about anything and everything. And if you want to listen, then let's go. This video, if you saw that title, then you already know what we're going to talk about for the first video. I know we are jumping, right? Jumping. I am leaping, and yes, because why are we dilly-daddling? There's no point. You know what I'm saying? It's 2025. Let's jump into it fully. Let's really get it cracking. So the first thing that we're going to talk about this year is 20 things I wish I knew before I was 20. For reference, I am 22. About to graduate college in May. It is January. So, you know, we've been in our 20s for about 2 years now. It's a crazy place to be, but these are just a few things that I wish I knew before now. Honestly, before the 20s, before 22, it doesn't really matter, but these are things I feel like we should all know once we reach a certain age, but definitely in our 20s. We're gonna know it, okay? Period. Let's get into it. So first thing I want to start with is by the age of 20, you need to be living your life. Go live your life. You're 20. You're not 18. You're not 19. We're not living by what mom and dad think we should do, by what we feel like we need to do to protect other people's feelings. We're no longer doing that. The people who come first are us. That's it. By 20, I need you to be living for yourself. I need you to take a look at every action that you're doing right now, currently in your 20s, and I want you to ask yourself, out of all of those actions, what are you doing for you? If it does not outweigh the actions that you're doing for the others, I either need you to do more for yourself, or I need you to pull back from what you're doing for others, because you're not putting yourself into that equation as you should. It's your life. You should not be living it for other people. So go live your life. That's it. Real simple. Go live your life. Going into point number 2, which is take very good care of yourself. You have 10 years, then you're going to be 30. 30, okay? And 30 is still young. You're going to be 30 and fine. You feel me? We don't want to be 30 and not to the best of our ability. I know I don't want to be. If that's where you're trying to be at, then cool. Keep that over there. I don't want to be there at 30. Not trying to be there. So take good care of yourself now. I want you to I need you to do everything you need to go to the gym. I want you to work out. I want you to wake up early enough to where you can take care of yourself. If you have a family, if you have a spouse, wake up in enough time where you can have some me time. Some time where you can just sit down, take care of yourself, and really continue to indulge in you. Learn you. That's all I want you to do. Take really good care of yourself in your 20s, because you only have your 20s once, just like you only had your teens once. And you didn't take care of yourself as a teenager. So now it's time to take care of yourself as an adult. Okay? Take care of yourself. Please. All right, the next tip I want to get into is don't go to college if you don't want it for yourself. And this is a big one, because when I first started school, I wanted it, but by my junior year, I realized I didn't want it for myself. I realized I wanted it because my parents wanted me to go to school. Going to school made the most sense. Things like that, you know what I'm saying? I realized I wanted it because other people made it seem like that's the route that I needed to take. Granted, now I'm about to graduate and I want my degree that I'm aiming for, but there was a point where I realized that I wasn't doing it for myself. So if you're going to college and you have a degree and you're not working towards that vision or that goal for yourself, it needs to be reevaluated. It's not a goal that you want. Granted, a lot of people live off of the goals and aspiration they have for other people or proving other people wrong, but I promise you, it may take them many places, but mentally and emotionally, they're damaged. And if you want to be damaged mentally and emotionally, then do your biggest one. Do your biggest one and go and chase somebody else's dreams. I want you to do that because that's what you want to do. I'm not going to tell you not to go and do it. You want to do it? By all means, go do it. But once you get to a point in your life where you realize nothing that you've done up until this point you wanted to do for yourself, that's when it's going to hit you. And why not make that mistake? Not even a mistake. Learn that lesson earlier on so you don't have to put up with it later. Just don't go to college if you don't want it for yourself. If you feel like college can better help where you're trying to go in your life, go to college. By all means, do your biggest one. But the moment that you feel like college is not going to help you advance to where you need to be for your dream career, your dream moneymaker, then who cares what anybody else got to say? If you can find a way to make it work where you don't even have to include college to the factory, don't do it. College is great. By the end of my 4 years, I'm going to have a degree. Beautiful. I learned networking skills, communication skills, talking to people, face-to-face communication. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that I did learn here. But the stuff that I learned can be learned anywhere. Let's remember that. Anywhere. So if you can minimize college and you don't feel like it's something that you can do, if you can't go through another 4 years of assignments due at a Sunday at 11:59, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not needed. Just leave it alone. Don't do it. It's not for you. Next tip that I have is life is what you make it. It's very simple. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. There's this thing, it's called Murphy's Law. I just recently learned about it. I knew there was something around it, but I really didn't know what it was called until I just recently learned about it, which basically means if anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. Murphy said it, okay? Murphy spoke on it. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. So why are we expecting it not to go wrong? But the thing about it is we aren't prepared for it when it does go wrong. Right? But when you know that life is what you make it, you're prepared for any situation. Crazy things happen every single day. Bad things happen every single day. And it is truly sad. And the worst way to put it is life gonna life every single day. And it's gonna keep life. Time don't stop. You don't wait for no man. If you want to keep chugging with it, then you gotta hop on the train and keep chugging. If you decide that you want to take a break, by all means, take a break. Life gets hard. Take a break. But I want you to ask yourself, when you take that break, is this you taking a break or are you giving up? I'm going to ask you what Miss Meredith Grey asked Miss Joe Karev after she got married. Right. Is this break you giving up or are we taking a break? Because at the end of the day, life is what you make it. So if you decide that you're giving up, you have decided that the life that you are making is a life where you give up. That's it. If that's what you're telling me you want to do, do it. Do it to the fullest. Give up to the give up. Do what it is that you need to do. But why are we giving up when we can take a small break and get back to the grind? That's it. That's it. We need to take a minute. We need to take a minute to sit the load down. But what we're going to do is pick the load back up and keep chugging. Why we not chugging? Life is whatever you make it. So if you decide in your mind that your life is not worth living, you're not going to have one that is. You've already convinced yourself that it's not worth living. So why would you think you're going to have a life worth living when you've convinced yourself it's not? No matter what you do, you've already convinced yourself it's not worth living. Tell yourself everything it is that you want to hear. You want positive thoughts, you want encouragement. Tell yourself all of those things. Why are you expecting and waiting for it to come from somebody else? It won't mean nothing. It's not going to matter either way it goes. It's not going to matter. And this leads me to my next tip. You can accept your situation and still not like it. Simple. Simply put, you can accept your situation and get to the point where you realize, I don't like where it is that I am. I know where I am. I've accepted it. Definitely. This is where I am. And I've decided that I don't like this. You can do that. But my thing is, everybody has a lot of plans. Nobody has actions. I was one. I was a planner, but I didn't make no actions. I thought about it, planned it out, had a whole plan of how I'm going to accomplish it, but it never got done because I didn't have what I needed to get it done. When you want something, you'll work for it. Point blank, period. I realized when I wanted that Chick-fil-A and it wasn't a Sunday, I'm going to go get that Chick-fil-A. It is what it is. If I want that McDonald's and I want to use my points on my app, I'm going to go to McDonald's and use my points on my app. Absolutely. I'm going to do that mobile order, go through the drive-thru real quick. Real quick. Because who's going to stop me, boo? Nobody. So when you think about it, this is your situation. I don't like my situation. I'm going to change my situation. Who gonna stop me, boo? Exactly. Go do what it is that you want to do. Whatever you want to do, go do it. That's it. That's all you got to do. And nobody's telling you to go make these big, elaborate jumps. Nobody's telling you to go through these big, elaborate hopes and leaps and bounds and shooting all the way to the highest mountain in 2 days. That is not what I'm saying. At all. Because if we're going to keep it real, we're going to keep it a buck. Going into my next tip, it takes a year. That's it. You want to make some big change in your life, you got 365 days to do it. Work towards what it is that you want to do for 365 days. The person that you were on January 1st, you will not be the same person on December 31st. That's working out. That's starting a business. That's starting content creation. Anything. If you decide to post one time in a year, every month, that's 12 months in a year. That's only 12 times you posted. What is that? You posted 12 times in 1 year because you posted once a month. But if you had decided to post 12 times in 1 month, we would have been eating it up. On an average, there are 30 days in 1 month. And you only posted once. I'm gonna look at me. Pay attention to me when I say this. There are too many opportunities for you to succeed, for you to fail. That's it. There are so many opportunities for you to succeed, for you to fail. You woke up every day. God told you, all right, my child, awaken. You up. And you thank God this morning for giving you the breath of life, and you still have yet to realize that you woke up today because you still got some doing to do. I'm not going to look at you no more. I'm going to continue to look at my little screen. But remember, you woke up because you still got some doing to do. And why you not doing what needs to be done? All you got to do is want it as hard as other people want it for you, or as hard as other people want it for themselves. Everybody want to know how millionaires became millionaires. They changed their lives because they wanted it. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. They wanted it. Next tip. Limits are for those who are scared of their dreams. Everybody have dreams. You dream all day long. You know what you want to do, and you know sometimes your dreams may seem impossible, but other times they may seem very attainable. All dreams are attainable. If you start at step 1, you'll get to step 100. The problem is you think somebody else's step 100 is going to be your step 1. You didn't start at step 1 yet. You can't have step 100. You don't have any limits. You can dream as big as you want to dream, and you can strive and fight for those dreams every single day of your life. Every single day. If you want to be an astronaut tomorrow, I'm a marketing major. Say I want to be an astronaut tomorrow. I know that I need to have some degrees in science, right? So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to research everything I need to have under my belt to be an astronaut. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get all of those credentials. Every last one of them. Because I want it. I want to be an astronaut. I'm going to have a bachelor's degree in marketing in May. And right after that, I decided I wanted to be an astronaut. So now we're going to bust our butts and get everything that we need to be an astronaut. Very simple. You want to be a content creator? Record yourself just like I am. Pull out your MacBook. Open the camera app. Record yourself. Say whatever it is that you want to say to the people. Educate, entertain. Decide what it is that you want to do. Once you've recorded it, edit it. You see this cute little text message bubble right here? Edit it. Cool. Put the video on a YouTube platform. Guess what you are? Content creator. No, you're not a content creator with 100,000 subs, but you're a content creator nevertheless. Nothing is unattainable, truthfully. If you want it bad enough, you'll go get it. So why not just want all the positive things in your life and go get them? Real simple. Next tip. Life can suck, but your outlook is everything. Very simple to life is what you make it. Very similar, very the same thing. Life can suck because life does suck. Life is gonna life. Let's go back to Mr. Murphy and his law. They get on my last nerve, but it's gonna happen. Point blank, period. It's gonna happen. Life can suck, but your outlook is everything. Dave Ramsey, if you don't know who this man is, get his book. Real nice book. Baby Step Millionaire. First step in the book, get $1,000 savings account. Simple. Emergency funds. You never know what can go wrong. $1,000 saved up right now. Say you're looking to buy something. In the midst of you saving to buy that, something goes wrong with the car. $1,000 savings account. Pull from it. Cool. Now you're not worried because you had it saved. You were good. You were good. Life can suck. That messed up car issue sucked. But because you knew you had yourself together, your outlook was fine on it. Yes, you lost some money out of your bank. You did. You definitely did. But that wasn't money that you just bust your butt just now and worked for. You already worked for it and it was put to the side. You know what I'm saying? And it all still sucks. Life still sucks. Losing money in any sense sucks. But would you rather lose the money that you worked for before? Saved it up for yourself for a rainy day, or the money you just bust your butt for and now we concerned on how we're going to pay our next bill? Exactly. We don't want that. Let's remember that. We don't want it. Next tip. Just making good grades is not good enough in high school. A lot of people tell you, make good grades, make good grades. All the colleges will come to you. All the colleges will come to you. I hate to be the one to tell you that's not enough. You want colleges to really reach out to you? I need you to be applying to 60 plus colleges. I need you to have every single college you ever thought of ever applying applied to. I need everybody to even look at your credentials and pull all the academic scholarships they can pull. And if you didn't already know this tip, do it. And this is before you graduate high school. This is really something you should know when you're 18. Okay? Please and thank you. Real quick, real easy. Thank you. Next tip. Same high school. High school will fade away. So guess what? That's all I have to say. Next tip. You can get addicted to many things. Many things. Why not let it be the healthy ones? When that person, your next door neighbor, is going to the gym every single day at 4:30 in the morning, it's because for at least 30 days, they did that. 4:30 in the morning every day. They've now developed a habit. Just how you sit at home and you drink from that bottle every single day, they go to that gym every single day. You're addicted to the bottle and they're addicted to the gym. If you want to go to the gym, you want to work out, 30 days. It takes 30 days to build a habit. Go to the gym every day for 30 days. I don't care if you work out or not. You can pull up to the gym for 10 minutes. Go to the gym every single day. You've already tricked their mind into knowing that at this time, every single day, you need to be at the gym. Now, all you got to do is work out. 30 days. Are you going to actually do it? Next tip. Start your mornings off right. Why not just get your morning started off right and have the rest of the day to yourself? If you didn't work out this morning, now you're going to have working out on your mind for the rest of the day because you have yet to do it. If you start your morning off right, no matter if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, the right side of the bed, man, who cares? You woke up. Amen. Go work out. Period. Thank you. Next tip. Go work out. Do some type of physical activity. It really doesn't matter if you're doing yoga, if you're actually weightlifting, if you're doing Pilates, some type of physical activity for an hour of your day. It's 1 hour of 24 hours. And 8 of those hours, you should have been asleep. So technically for 9 hours, you're doing something that you don't really want to do. You're sleeping for those we want to sleep. But that 1 hour we're working out, you don't really want to work out. Work out. Thank you. Thank you. Go work out. Go be some type of active. Your older body will thank you. She, he, they, them will thank you very much. Next tip. This is really for your emotions. It mattered. It mattered. When you were sitting there and you were thinking, dang, did I really need to feel some type of way about that? You did. You did. I'm an advocate. You did. You want to know why you did? Because for some reason it made you feel some type of way. Now, did we need to crash out about it? I don't know. I would need to know the situation more in depth to determine if that crash out was necessary. Leave it in the comments. We'll talk about it.
That's tea for me.
But either way it goes, it mattered. It made you feel some type of way. Next tip. People pleasing will ruin you. Or you choose to please other people, the less you're pleasing yourself. The literal verse is, my cup runneth over. You can only give to others when your cup is running over. If your cup ain't full, you have none to give. Until your cup is at 100, you have none to give. Let's take this wine glass, for example. You see where she is? She has nothing to give. This isn't what she has to give to other people. This is just what she has for herself. Until it's filled all the way up here and running over, she don't have any to give to nobody else. People pleasing will ruin you. Stop pleasing other people when all it's doing is hurting yourself. If it hurts you, don't do it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Simple. If it makes you feel some way about yourself, if it makes you feel any type of uncomfy, anything, girl, don't do it. It's not for you. It's not for you. People pleasing will ruin you. It will ruin you. From a retired people pleaser, it sucks when you realize all the people you've pleased, they don't care. It does not matter. It does not matter. When that love and energy is reciprocated, you'll see it off the jump immediately. And you'll also see when you're putting too much effort into something that you don't need to. Let it go. People pleasing will ruin you. Simply put. If you decide that you want to live for others to the point it breaks you, do that. But it will break you. Remember that. It will break you. You will be able to put the pieces back together later, but it will break you. To avoid all the breaking, unless she's running over, she has none to give. Okay? Remember that. Next tip, we just talked about it. Never go back to what broke you. You love the person you're going into, and as you should. They're magnificent. But as soon as you go back to what hurt you and you stayed there for too long, that person that you were will creep back up the side of your neck, and you now have to make that choice to decide that you're going to stay here and not revert back to your old habits, or are you going to leave and understand that you were thriving, you were fine. This does not work for you. So now it's time to leave. You don't go back to what broke you. And sometimes, honestly, let's be real. We have to end up in those situations where we go back to places that broke us. And it's not the end all be all. It's definitely not the end all be all, but we know this broke us now. We've healed. We know the damage it caused. Now we know we can't be here for long. So now the grind starts. Now the grind is within us, right? Follow me. Which takes me to my next tip. Alrighty. You don't need motivation, you need discipline. That's it. We've now decided that this is a grind. We don't want to be here no more. We don't need to be motivated. The only motivation that you need is knowing that you don't want to be here. And because you don't want to be here, you're going to build the discipline to get up every day and do what you need to do. Period. That's it. That's all. You're going to get up every day and you're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to build. Do. That's it. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. That's it. Consistency equals discipline. Discipline equals consistency. However you want to put it, it don't matter. Discipline doesn't equal motivation. Motivation doesn't equal discipline. Motivation is a long word for mood. That's it. Motivation is a long word for mood. You do not work according to your mood. You work according to your goals, your discipline, what you got going on. Consistency. That's it. That's it. Whatever you want in your life, you need to be consistent about it. You want to be a smart, educated student, you need to study every damn day for the most part. You need to be consistent with your studying. You want to be a person who has an athlete's built, you need to work out every day. You need to stick to the plan. You need to do what you got to do. You need to be consistent in the plan that you were given. You want to be a content creator, you need to consistently post on the platform. I want to make this channel grow. Then I need to take the initiative to be consistent enough to post every single week. I have to do that. That's discipline. I may not feel like posting next week. That don't matter. I have to know that whether I feel like it or not, it needs to get done. That's it. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. You need to teach yourself that whether I feel like it or not, it needs to get done. Whether you want it to work out or not, the workout still need to be done. Period. None of the rest of this matters. None of it matters. None of it matters. If you don't have discipline, you have nothing. Find discipline, and discipline will have consistency. Period. That's it. That's it. We got 3 more tips left, guys. So that means we're on tip 18. Woo, 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 woo. So tip 18 is grow with your inner child. There's this little person inside of you who still needs to be nurtured. It has to happen. A big thing that I had to do, my time away from content creation, really, I have a separate channel. It's just a different channel where I'm on and off consistent on that platform because I do it when I'm in a mood. I record and I edit and I post when I'm in a mood. Not many of my videos are gonna have a time stamp within them that's very accurate. Not many. Because I posted them according to my mood. I recorded according to my mood. That's it. Content creation is something I've always wanted to do ever since I was a little girl. No matter what the video is, I always ended up talking myself out of them the older I got. That little child in me was no longer being nurtured. She likes to sing. She likes to talk to the camera. She likes to talk to people. She likes to tell people things that she's learned, experience she's had. And I wasn't letting her. I'm going to let her. The more that you grow and the more that you experience life and the more that you go through things, you're growing. We all have to remember this is our one life. We have parents, we have grandparents, and that's their one life. In their one life, they become parents. In their one life, they become grandparents. And we all strive to become those things in our one life, right? But we may not get those things, but the one thing we can have is a happy inner child. And I like to think of your inner child as your soul. That piece of you deep down inside that you want nourished. And there are some things nobody else is going to do for you. You're going to have to do them for yourself. And this is just one of them. It doesn't matter the type of damage that was caused to your inner child. I actually scratched that. It matters. It was crazy, right? Screw them. It mattered. It mattered. But sadly, they aren't going to be the ones to fix it. They broke you. They broke your little girl. They broke your little boy. But you have to put them back together. They are you. They're everything that you are. So when you grow, your inner child's happiness should grow with you. And if you get to a point in your life where you realize, oh my God, my inner child isn't having fun anymore, then we need to have fun. Because our inner child needs to have fun. We can't be an adult 24/7. That's ridiculous. When you become an adult and you make adult money, you now have adult money to do whatever you want to do. If you want to buy Legos, go buy Legos. You want to buy coloring books, go buy coloring books. If you like coloring when you were a kid, why not try coloring as an adult? You might still actually love it. Find meaningless hobbies that you can have to yourself that just bring joy. Sometimes work is hard. Being an adult is hard. Let's be a kid sometimes. It's okay to break down every single wall that you built up because you wanted to be an adult. Even in your own solitude, break down all those walls and just release for a minute. And let your inner child breathe. When you're happy, they're happy too. So just be happy. All right, next advice. And this is a big one, guys. Advice number 13. What? Advice number 19. No one is required to protect your boundaries, but you are. Nobody on this planet Earth is required to respect your boundaries the way that you are required to respect your boundaries. They're yours. If you don't respect them, nobody else is going to. These are the boundaries that you have. Set them in stone. Lay them flat. And you have to be the one to say, no, that's against my boundaries. Exactly. Thumbs up. Yes. 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 Nobody else is going to do it for you. Look at me. Look at me. You have to respect your boundaries. You have boundaries for yourself and things that you yourself never want anybody to cross. And you've never been your back for anybody. If there are things that you don't want to do, don't do them. If there are ways you don't want people to treat you, don't let them treat you that way. It's very simple. A lot of us are scared to have the adult conversations of, this is how you make me feel, and I need you to explain to me why, and I also need you to stop. Simple. And sometimes we don't even need that why bit. This is how you make me feel. I need to stop feeling this way. Now explain to me how you can make me stop feeling this way. Period. That's it. Your feelings are validated all the time. You wanna know why? Because you're validating theirs. When you don't say anything to them, you're validating somebody else's feelings. You're basically telling yourself your feelings don't matter. Why are you telling yourself that? Nobody is required to respect your boundaries. You are. Respect them. They're your boundaries. You got it. Respect them. That's it. Nothing else needs to be done. Just respect your boundaries, which ultimately means you respect and you love yourself. When you respect your boundaries, you respect and you love yourself. That's it. Advice 20. This is probably the best piece of advice I've ever been given in my entire life. And granted, it's so simple, but it means so much. And that is literally no one cares. No one cares. There are two types of people in this world. The people who are going to do it and the people who are going to talk about you because they can't do it. That's it. When you have haters, be proud. That means you're doing something that they want to do that they have no courage to do, or you're living your dreams and they're not living theirs, so they're going to shun you for living yours. If you want to go out there and be the baddest person on the block, be the baddest person on the block. You want to know why? Because you can. You want to be a CEO? Go be a CEO. I dare somebody to tell you you can't be a CEO. Tell you, oh, that's not going to make any money. Oh, you're not going to go anywhere. What? That's not going to happen. You're a dreamer. They're going to say everything under the sun because they can't do it. And if you're going to sit here and let these people tell you how to live your life, you're not living life properly. It's time to live, babes. Like, it really is. Going back to that first piece of advice, live your life. Literally, no one cares. Live your life. That's it. Bring it all full circle. No one cares. Go live your life. And eat it up. And that's all I got for y'all today. If y'all want more content from me, let me know in the comment section down below. I have a lot to say, but that's only if y'all want to hear it. For real. If you want to hear it, or you got a friend who needs to hear it, share it, whatever. We're not going to keep it with the gimmicks. It's going to be slight editing with the captions, where to find my socials. That's really about it. But at nyreshenaigans, we're going to keep it a bean bug. Light editing and straight to the point. And that's it. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Bye.